So I got, so
Sorry.
I got new pots,
Oh, that's
and you
awesome.
and you were asking if I got a new watering can.
See, they
Yeah,
know what's going on in your world, but they can only show it to me in whatever way is in my library. And if I've never experienced something, I can't say it. Kind of like that reading that I did on our live earlier today. They were showing me the Calgary Stampede, which clearly you don't have in the US. So, but they were meaning the festival, which turns out that's where they met. Like, that's exactly how
really,
they work.
yeah.
All
That's so
right.
cool.
So you want to connect and see what else she has to say then? Because this was on a free reading like a couple of months ago or a month or so ago, wasn't it?
About 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. See, they all blend together after a little while, you guys. Your mom's very sweet, actually. You know what she just said? She goes, "You're skinnier in person than I thought you would be." Thanks. Okay, do I look fat on the camera sometimes? Maybe I do. Okay, that was interesting. All right, let's do this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Aww. Okay. Your mom's jumping up and down like she just won the freaking lottery, let me tell you. As we start connecting, she is, see, because I just read for you not that long ago, she's not going to tell me how she died again. What she's telling me is how excited that she is that you're here. She's jumping up and down like, woohoo, now she can hear me, now she can talk to me. It's interesting because just on my live today, I was talking about how the signs and symbols have meanings. But if you don't understand those signs and symbols and you think they're just random, then you're missing the communication. Your mom feels like she's been communicating with you a lot, but you've been not understanding her messages. So
Yeah.
she's so excited that you're getting it now. And when you said that you understood that I can see clearly now, and her husband went blind overnight, he's on that side as well
Yeah,
because she
he,
brought that soul forward.
yeah.
She's like, he's here, he's here, he's here, he's here, he's here. Now, I don't remember the reading that I gave to you on the live readings, but she does. And so I don't know if on the live readings that she used that as a symbol to let you know that she was bringing them forward. Sometimes they do that, right? Sometimes they don't say, I'm bringing dad forward. They will just give me a sign or symbol that will only relate to one person, and that's their way of bringing them forward. But she put the heart around the two of them, which is my symbol for healing and reconnection, and needs you to know that they've got healing to be reconnected on that side. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No, honey.
Um, you had told me there was another male, but you couldn't figure it out because he was my stepfather.
Yeah. That's why they will use one sign or symbol that will only make sense for one person so that you will know who's stepping forward. She is so excited that you're understanding her communications, and I'll tell you that. Because she's very much trying to guide you from where you are to where you want to go. Um, Slow this down. She's showing me circles. You were going in circles. Do you understand that? You were going
Yeah,
in circles for a little while.
I, yeah,
She put the white blanket around your shoulders, which is my symbol for watching over somebody that has health or stress issues. It's interesting. And she's giving you salt. I can feel like my head is hurting. I don't know if did we talk about migraines the last time that we connected?
I no, I get Botox for migraines.
Interesting. You know, migraines 9 times out of 10, something I've learned in the last like year or two since I've lost all the weight and re-understood health is very often those migraines are a lack of sodium. But you need real sodium, sea salt, not tableized salt, not table salt, real Celtic sea salt. And if you put just a little bit of Celtic sea salt in your water, that's going to help with those migraines immediately.
That's funny you mentioned salt because I used to use so much salt that my family would hide the salt shakers.
Yeah.
And so this year I'm pretty much off all salt.
Get off the table salt. They're not wrong. Table salt is not good for you. But I
Yeah.
promise you, I cannot stress this enough. Celtic sea salt is good for you. Go
Okay.
ahead and pile that on. You're not going to hurt yourself. It has all of the electrolytes and vitamins in it that your body needs. And don't believe me, go look this up. Look up
Yeah.
and research the difference between table salt and Celtic sea salt or pink Himalayan salt. Because
Yeah.
I know, for example, when I started losing weight and doing the fasts and stuff like that, now, when you're fasting, your body gets depleted of all the proper minerals and stuff, right? So you get those headaches. If you haven't eaten for a while, you get a headache, right? It's because
Yeah.
you don't have the electrolytes that your body needs. It's not a food thing, it's an electrolyte thing. So if you eat a little bit of salt, that headache goes away. I haven't had a migraine in a year because of that. Because now I know, like I used to do all the tricks. I think, Allison, this is for you too. Because I remember, I think the last time we talked, we were like putting our feet in hot water. And that sometimes works. But this works every time. Every time.
Okay. I'll try it because salt, like you, you had mentioned addiction
Yep.
in the meeting there, and I told you I was clean from drugs and alcohol, but my addiction is energy drinks,
Got ya.
electrolyte.
See? That's why you need the salt. You need the real healthy electrolytes. Those
Yeah,
energy drinks are full of poison. They're fake they're the fake stuff. But if you can take the real natural substances and supplements that you need, I'm telling you, it'll start repairing that DNA very quickly. It's interesting because your mom's putting that white blanket around your shoulders, making me feel like, because she's jumping up and down still on that side, which is my symbol for mobility. It's
yeah,
like she's not going to let you suffer the way she suffered. If she finds a piece of information on that side that she knows is going to help you, especially if you like salt, she's like, oh, you're going to like this one, honey. You're going to like this one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm,
She's got the dog on the other side as well. She just brought forward the dog. Do you understand?
that yeah, that would have been her husband that went blind, his dog. Or is it a white dog? There's a like way, way back in my childhood. There's a
Yeah.
white dog.
It's funny because there's another one there as well. Initially I saw the littler one. When you said her husband, yeah, I could see the smaller dog there with him. But then when you said, or is it a white one? I can see that dog way back, but it's a bigger dog as well. And there's another dog with that dog. So I don't know who the third dog is, but I think she was talking about the little one. Um, See, the other thing, your mom is very much trying to get you to take care of yourself and to be happy at the same time. Because it's almost like you feel like if I take care of myself, I can't be happy. It's like, no, you don't have to give up everything that you love in order to be happy. You just got to switch it up for the natural supplements, the natural health ones. So instead of the energy drinks, put a little Celtic sea salt in your water and watch how quickly you got all of those electrolytes and minerals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just in my water, or like a glass
Yeah.
of water.
Yeah,
Oh,
you don't even need a lot. You won't taste it. You just take a
hmm,
pinch, put it in your water. Like in my water right here, there is a pinch in here. That's it. That's all it takes. I haven't eaten today because I'm fasting for 5 days. I'm doing another 5-day fast, so I'll eat on Saturday. And so there's absolutely sea salt in my water so that I don't get headaches. I stay focused. I have all the energy that I need. You actually have more energy when you're doing a fast than you do when you eat. Figure that one
yeah,
out.
yeah, I know. I've heard that. Yeah,
She's like, okay, she wants you to know that him and her are together right now because they're very much trying to help you. It's almost like she feels like she's whole again, like she has a lot of healing to be reconnected with this gentleman in more ways than one. Because I see distance or space. So either she passed some time before him, or they were a distance or space away, something like that. Or they had some struggle or challenge in their relationship a little bit before they passed, because she's emphasizing how healed they are to be reconnected, and she keeps emphasizing that. Usually
Mhm.
the only time they emphasize that again and again and again is if I haven't hit the nail on the head yet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. The only thing I can think of is um, what separated them was when he went blind. Um, it was pretty hard to deal with for the whole family.
You know, I don't mean to laugh, but that actually makes sense why her big message to you was I can see clearly now. And she needed you to know that before she showed you that they were back together on that side, because she didn't take grumpy ass back. She took the guy that can see and is very nice on the other side. They're together
Yeah.
on that side.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Yeah. Like, yeah. So when he went blind, it was overnight. And for anybody to change their entire world to somebody who's blind and walking by the walls, and
Yeah.
my mom would be behind him with a face cloth to wash the wall off.
It's interesting as you're saying that she's showing me rose colored glasses on the other side where she can see things differently on that side, and she's almost embarrassed as you're telling that. I can feel this sense of embarrassment. She's like, "Oh, don't tell them that." She's like, I didn't know. I didn't know how to deal with that." Like she can see things clearer on the other side now. She
Yeah,
feels kind of not bad about the way that she treated him, but I don't think she knew how to get to that level of empathy. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly.
And I think that's because your mom had addiction issues and in the past, didn't she?
Oh yeah,
Because see, when we have those addiction issues, sometimes what happens is that we use the substances to cover up our emotions, and then we never learn how to use and how to operate our emotions. We never
yeah,
learn how to heal them. We never learn how to get to those empathy levels. Do you know what I mean? We use
yeah,
alcohol to cover them up instead of learning how to navigate them. So
yeah.
she needs you to know on that side that she has that empathy now. And one
Okay.
of the reasons why she's telling you to connect in the earth is because a lot of healing you're going to find is going to come through the earth as well. The earth is a giant battery. So when you take your socks and shoes off and you stand on the earth, or you're putting your hands in the earth for the plants and stuff like that, you are literally connecting. It's like putting your phone, plugging it into the wall, recharging yourself.
Oh really? I like doing it, but it's just such a big job.
It's important now, though. Think about it as your medicine now. It is a big job. Break it down into baby steps and understand that when you get outside in that sunshine, that's vitamin D, which you need very much. And the
Hmm.
electrolytes in the salt. See, everything that she's telling you right now are such easy fixes. She's like showing me that it doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to go on a bunch of medications or anything like that. You just
Yeah,
have to switch up the products that you're using. And salt, again, is not bad for you. If you like salt, you're probably craving it because you need it. But if you are eating the wrong salt, you're not getting anything from it. So it's not
yeah,
helping you. It's like you
right.
can't satisfy a craving that is not, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Aw, she's pulling her energy back. She just kissed your cheek. Do you smoke, honey?
yeah,
Okay, I can smell it. Um, cause I can smell the cigarette smoke, and she goes, "That ain't me. I quit." Did she quit?
yeah. She did.
She's working on you now.
Uh, Good luck.
She's like, baby steps, baby steps. We'll get you eating salt and digging in the dirt. That's win number one.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let her pull her energy back, hun. I hope
Thank,
that's helpful.
yeah, it is. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Okay, Allison, I have to come to you because since you came on, I've had this pain in my neck, and I don't know if that's being like symbolic of you, there's something that's a pain in your neck, or if this is how to understand that yet. But all I got is pain going all the way down that side.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have any pain in my neck.
Okay, could be symbolic then. Do you have a focus? Before, we haven't seen you forever. So first of all, hi.
Hi.
Did you hear what I was saying about the migraines? Because I know that was for you just as much.
Yeah, actually started taking Celtic salt again. I stopped for a bit, but I know my energy's been low, so I'm like, fuck. That's because I've been lazy and taking care of that aspect, my supplements and Celtic salt.
Celtic salt helps, doesn't it? And you don't get migraines when you take it, do you?
Exactly.
Yep. Awesome. Okay, do you have a focus, hun, or you just want to see what they have to say?
Just see what they have to say.
Awesome. Okay. It's all the men around you. It's been a while since I read for you as well, so I forgot who was on the other side. Your dad, I always remember, but then your brother, I just remembered now, stepped forward. And then there's a third gentleman here too, and I'm not sure who that is, but we'll
Okay.
find out. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Both feet on the floor.
Yep.
All right, close your eyes. And then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath, starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me. And give me a minute to focus. Interesting. Right, you have a daughter. Okay, gotcha. I got 3 men with shotguns in their hands. That is interesting. Your daughter's hit the age, hasn't she? Because I'm telling you, they're all stepping forward. I think this is dad, brother, and grandpa, and they all got a shotgun, which is my symbol for protection. And I'm like, what do we need a protection for? I saw distance or space, which is, I think she's a distance or space away from you. And if she's
Yeah.
not in a different place, then they're saying when she's not in your line of sight, they are all watching over her.
Okay.
But there's something about that. Like, did she move out? Are you living alone now?
No, I'm living with somebody. New relationship.
But with your daughter, is she living with you or is she moved out?
Oh, she's moved out. So she's back in her hometown doing a school co-op program. But with her dad.
So that's funny. And your brother's goes, when you said that, he goes, exactly. This is why we're letting you know. We're all here watching over with the shotguns, and because we don't trust him either.
Yeah.
So they're showing me. So here's what's interesting. I see her moving out, and how much better that energy around you feels right now. And when you said I'm living with somebody right now, they're like, yes, but it's not her. They said it's not her. She's moved out. It's almost like because you're not in that struggle back and forth anymore,
Yep.
life's easier now.
Oh yeah.
So this down. 2 bedrooms. They're talking about your house. Hold on. This not a romantic relationship where you're living with somebody?
Oh yes.
Interesting. Okay, then we're going to do some puzzle pieces here. Are you ready? Because I don't know what they're saying. Those shotguns did not go away, my girl.
Yeah.
They're still here around you as well. And I saw, did you see me do this?
Yeah.
Struggle or challenge sometimes?
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, the reason why I'm a little bit confused, I guess, is because it feels good too. It's almost like
Yep.
you need these challenges. Do you know what I mean? It's like a welcome challenge that helps you become who you need to be. It's a mirror, isn't it?
Oh yeah. We both have PTSD, and my triggers trigger his triggers. So we're both healing in the in the hell of it all, I guess you could say. It's difficult.
They're talking about celebrate They're singing that song, Celebrate Good Times. Come on. Your brother especially. He just pushed the other guys out of the way. He's so proud of you. You were single for a very long time, and he's so
Mm-hmm.
happy that you have somebody in your world right now. So it's down. He's wanting credit to let you know that he kind of helped with that. I feel
Oh
like
yeah.
what he just showed me is you wrote your list, crumpled it up, threw it out, rewrote it, crumpled it up, threw it out, rewrote it. I feel like you had to rewrite your list like 5 times before you tuned it enough. And then when you met this gentleman, or I almost feel like you guys already knew each other, but then
Yep.
when it was like there was this moment where it just clicked and it's like, duh, you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Oh yeah, years of dating, rewriting that list. But then I literally fell to my knees in despair one night and prayed, and he's exactly everything I asked for.
I feel like they gave you a rose, which is birthday, anniversary, or a date that happens once a year. Is this summer like 1 year anniversary?
Pretty much, yeah.
Because I feel like they're going to the summertime where it's nice and hot. Showing me the rose, which is like birthday, anniversary, and feeling like you should celebrate. There's a trip that you need to take that either you've been talking about and they want to help with that too.
There's a couple things that come to mind with that. Our first actual date was in September. Yeah, it was around September,
Yep.
and we went to the mountains, and then we're also planning a trip to Banff with some of his friends during my daughter's birthday date, but in June.
And when you said that, see, they're talking all at the same time, just so you know. So I'm having trouble picking up who's saying what, but I think this is coming from Dad now. When you said that, he put the heart around him and your daughter, and I just feel like he's so happy they get along. Like, phew, almost like you were nervous about them getting along or not, because he's like, "Phew, that went better than we expected."
Oh yeah, they definitely get along. There's a lot of nervousness around the transition from like weekends that she's here, and his triggers around mother-daughter relationships. So it's very nerve-wracking, but I think we're managing very well.
Slow this down. Your dad just hugged you and told you to take a deep breath. He said, remember baby steps, that, and remember why. So remember that moment when you got down on your knees and you were like, okay, I've had enough. Now, this is what I want right now, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. He said, you need to apply that with a couple other things in your world as well. Anything, actually. One, I feel like he's still talking, ouch. He's talking about mom, and I got pain in my neck. See, that's where the pain is coming from.
Okay.
So I don't, again, I gotta tell you that I don't know if he means mom's having pain or that situation is a pain in your neck, because they show me things symbolically, right? But he wants to help with that.
Yeah, it is always a stress when Trinity comes, for sure. And as far as mom, I haven't seen her in a bit, and I really need to go see her.
So what he's saying about that is, remember when you go see her, as soon as you said, I need to go see her, I can feel all the things you don't want to see when you go up there. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he wants you to just focus on what you want to see before you go there. Just like when you got on your knees that day and were like, this is what I want. Boom, it showed up. That's what you need to say to your loved ones and to God. This is what I want. I'm going to go there. I'm not going to see anybody who wants to fight. It's going to be easy. I'm going to, whatever it is that you want, say that. And he wants to help you with that. He's building a fire. Do you have a fire pit where you are or something like that?
Yep.
Like, are you in the city with a fire pit? I don't know what he's doing. He's just sitting around a fire and he's showing me like his feet up by the fire. And I don't know what I'm seeing here.
So we like to go do campfires as family with his daughter or just us. We recently did that, and then yeah, there's a campfire out in the backyard, and it's in the city.
Got ya. So again, Spirit will give you messages that seem very random, but are very specific to what's going on in your life because they want you to know that they're with you. Your dad is really proud of you for how far you've come in the last few years. Because I remember how stressed you were a number of years ago. He's like, remember that, remember that. And now you are getting healthier every single day. And more importantly, the bigger message here is that you're not afraid of the challenge. Now you're enjoying the challenge. Whereas before it was like, I can't handle any more challenges. Now it's like, all right, bring it on. I'm strong. I got this.
Yeah, that overwhelm, it knocked me out for a few years, and now I'm working myself back up into getting back to work
It's
and
funny
life's
you say
back.
back to work because he just gave you a promotion or a job and he's like, yes, that was them. They lined it up. It's like you were waiting for something and it came at exactly the right moment, at exactly the right time. What is he
Yep.
talking about?
I want to go back to work and get promoted.
Done. Literally done. Your
Yeah.
job is to visualize it happening. Because see, how do I say this? Because this is being recorded and it's going to be put up on the internet. So what I'm going to say is that a lot of those paths that were stuck before, that were clogged before, for
Yep.
lots of different reasons, are being removed straight from the top. And now that those are being removed, all the good people and all the people with really good intentions that want to go out in this world and make a better place, we are being brought up right now. So the fact that you're saying, I want to go and get promoted, he's like, yes, now is the time to do it. Ask and you shall receive. But you got to remember that you're going to be in the right place at the right moment at the right time.
Yeah.
So feels like it's going to be after you're traveling though. He's like, don't push it. We want to take
Oh
this,
yeah.
we want to take these trips. You deserve this summer to just relax. He's chopping wood. And then I feel like he's kind of teasing your man here. Does he not chop? Like, why is he kind of teasing him and giving him an axe?
Because we fight over chopping wood.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Your dad just pulled his man card.
Yeah. Yeah.
Teasing him. He's like, if we were still here, that's what we would say. This is my little girl. What do you mean you're making my little girl chop the wood? Dude.
Yeah, he's very chivalrous, my guy. And that and it to me, I'm not yet used to it because I'm so used to being so independent. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's what so he doesn't let you chop the wood, is what they're
No,
saying.
because
So
he's being good. He's being nice.
you got to understand that's good. That's their
Yeah,
role.
I know.
Right? Your dad's like, if it was any other way, we'd have to pull his man card. They love
Yeah.
that. See, as independent women, we feel like we have to do everything ourselves, right? And
Yeah.
it's hard getting used to letting somebody else do those things for you. Don't challenge him on that, honey. Let him treat you like a princess in that way, because your dad is very much in his head calling him a pussy if he lets you do it. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
Have a way of making sure that you hear their energy and their thoughts. And so when your man is like, no, you can't do that, your dad's right there going, better not let her do that, I'll tell you. Brother too, grandfather too, they're all like, yeah, us too.
Yeah.
I really do like this guy. They just gave you a ring. Did he give you a ring, a piece of jewelry?
Yeah, we've got a promise ring.
Aww. Because they helped pick that one out. And they said, just make sure he knows exactly what you want before he gets the wedding ring. Because his thoughts on this, I feel like he didn't have any idea what to get you. Like,
Oh
none.
yeah. Yeah.
Aw. They just want you to know that they're watching over, that they see everything that's going on, that they're really proud of you, and that the fastest way to get anywhere is slowly. So as far as work goes, it's already a done deal. It's already done. All you got to know is that it's already done and that they will make it happen at exactly the right moment. I want to relate it to a lady that called into my live yesterday. I've seen her on here for months. Sometimes your names just, I see them all the time, right? But Spirit chooses, and I don't even remember who I've read before or if I just recognize your name from being on my lives. I never know. Spirit knows.
Yeah.
But this girl, I guess I had never read for her before, and she'd tried to get through a number of times. And yesterday I called her name for the first time and she got through. But when she first tried to call me from her phone, she couldn't. She's in the States and her phone wouldn't let her dial my Canada. But what was beautiful about yesterday is she just happened to be with her friend. And her friend said, well, here, try my phone. And her friend's phone worked. So all those other times that she was begging and pleading, please line it up, please line it up, please line it up. Even if Spirit had called her name on those days, she would not have been able to call through. They waited to call her name until she had somebody with her that would be able to help her get through.
Okay.
If you feel like you're blocked, remember it's not blocked, it's being aligned so that it will go through at exactly the right moment at exactly the right time.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. Haha, because yeah, my partner works with me as well. It's a couple positions higher than me. So
That's awesome.
definitely some help there for
That
sure.
makes sense why I see the angels all behind you,
Yeah.
because you're in one of those professions where having good people on the team is so vitally important. And
Yeah.
I remember telling everybody a few years ago that the people with the bad intentions are going to be removed, and then those of us with good intentions are going to be brought up. So if you have to step out of the way for now, don't worry, because you will be brought back at the moment that it's safe and that your skills will be elevated. And I'm telling you, I see giant angels behind you. So it's not an accident that you two are being brought together to help heal this. And so that you can use the different levels of power
Yeah.
to do good things in this world. So get
Yep.
excited because it's happening. He's like, but this is your summer. They don't want you to rush it. They want you to enjoy this summer and the ease. Because you see, last summer you didn't have that. Last summer you were in turmoil. This summer you get to have that. Give
Yeah.
yourself the whole year to enjoy that. And watch for signs from Dad because he keeps showing me the waterfall and the river. Like I keep seeing a waterfall and a river. Like I feel like we have to go back to that waterfall. You said something about being in Banff. It's been a long time. How do you understand a waterfall? Did you guys go on a hike
Uh
somewhere with a waterfall?
yeah, Elbow River. So there's oh, which one is it called? That's Elbow Falls is close by there, but always, yeah, we went for cold dips. Yeah, we do cold dips.
Got ya.
Yeah.
Those are very, very,
Very addictive. Very good for you too.
very good for you.
Yeah.
It's hard to get used to in the beginning, right? But
Oh
very
yeah.
much gets your body going.
Yeah.
Uh, he's pulling his energy back, hun. Your brother and your dad just kissed your cheeks like this and just reminded you to keep asking them for whatever it is you need, and they will line it up along the way. They just gave you a huge bouquet of flowers for Mother's Day.
Oh, that's sweet.
Your daughter's coming home around Mother's Day?
Yeah.
Because I saw the heart going around that, and they're like, she's coming home, but I see the big bouquet of flowers. Mm. Now they're pulling their energy back. I hope that was helpful.
Okay. That's very helpful. Thank you, Tracy.
You're very welcome. Okay, where am I going? Okay, Cass. Did I say your name right? Cass. Yes. Okay, somebody's very loud around you, my girl. Who is it that you want to connect to? Because as soon as I said your name, jumping up and down. I think it might even be a female. Jumping up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
I have this feeling I know who it is, and I think it's my godmother
Got ya.
because I've been feeling her around today, and I haven't felt her in like a long time, and just poof out of nowhere, and then I had to go on your live and just so I'm feeling it's her.
Yeah. Interesting. Because when we've connected before, you've talked to the gentleman there before, right?
Yeah, that was my grandfather. Sorry,
Yeah.
I do have my son in the background, so if you hear little babbles, it's coming from him.
That's okay. All right. Well, let's see what your godmom has to say. Are you ready? I'm glad that you
Yeah.
felt her because I could feel her very strongly. Like her energy is like, I'm right here, I'm right here, I'm right here. Like she's so excited. Usually they get excited about something like that. They come forward in a way like that because there's something exciting going on in your life. Usually that's when they come through with this kind of energy.
Yeah.
We'll find, oh, yes. Okay, let's do this. Ready? Both
All
feet
right.
flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath, starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me. And give me a minute to focus. So, is that coming from you?
Yeah, that's my husband playing with my son in the
Okay,
background.
wasn't sure. Sometimes I do the connection exercise. I have to open my eyes and I'm like, okay, is that you guys or is that them? Like, you guys don't mess with me today.
No. It's on my side.
Okay, so the first thing she does as she steps forward, she shows me distance or space. She's been on that side for some time. Yeah. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like at least a decade or more. And hold on a sec. She's been watching when we connected before and your grandfather got through. She's like, oh, I can do that. I can do that. My turn. I can do that. She's jumping up and down, wanting you to know that she has free mobility on the other side, that she is not stuck. It feels like she was either in a wheelchair or bedbound before she passed. Like she's very much emphasizing it feels so good to move on that side.
Okay.
She's celebrating something that's going on in your life, and I almost feel like it's pregnancy or baby or something like that.
Yeah, I am. I am actually 4 months pregnant.
Oh, sweetie, I'm telling you the chills because as she's coming forward, she's jumping up and down. She's like, yeah. And I'm like, what are we so excited about? Like, I knew that we were celebrating something. She's like, baby, 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 baby. And what's even more interesting is that there's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. You came on a live today, and what story was I talking about that I was hearing in my head today? Because she just gave you that book as well. That's another reason why I knew that we were talking baby, because she's like, that was for
Yeah.
her too. Do you read that book to your children?
So I don't think I have the book still, but I haven't even thought about that book or anything or even those words until you said it, and then I was just it just clicked something in my head, and I was like, that feels familiar, but I couldn't really quite place exactly where it felt familiar.
It's called Love You Forever by Robert Munch. It is one of
Yeah,
the most beautiful books I've ever read. And I read it to all of my babies, and she's reading it to you and your babies. Is this going to be your second?
yeah.
Oh, you got more over there. She's like, slow down. They're not all coming in at the same time, but we got a big family. It's almost like you guys want like 6 or 7 kids.
Oh,
She's
I
like,
don't
that's a
think
little
so.
bigger than I was hoping for, but
I don't think so. I think we're kind of stopping at 2.
you have a little boy right now.
Yeah, I do.
What's interesting about that is I think this next one's going to be a little boy as well. Have you found out what it is?
Not yet, no. So we go for our anatomy scan, I think, in 2 weeks.
Because what did she show me? She showed me 2, and then I saw another one over there, and she's like, hold on, hold on. Sometimes what they'll do, I want you to understand, is if you plan that if I got my girl now, we're done. We're going to stop. We're not going
Yeah.
to have any more babies. They know that. So you're not going to get the girl first. You're going to get the boy
Okay.
because he's meant to be here. He's important in your family. And if the girl comes first, you're going to stop having babies.
Yeah, fair enough.
I keep getting twins as well. Like, I don't think you're having twins now, but I feel like there's a possibility of that in the future as well. So it's like, because after this pregnancy, it does feel like a single pregnancy. That's been confirmed, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There's only one. There's just one baby.
That's just one baby.
There's just one
Crazy
baby
lady,
in
you're
there.
supposed to be making me feel better, not worse here. But it feels like
Yeah.
the next pregnancy might be 2, or it's going to be boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
See, if you plan on only having 2 kids, they have ways and they think that you need to have 4 or you've agreed before you even came here to have 4 and you don't know that. They will find ways to keep you having more babies. Let me tell you. Like
They'll
giving
just
you a
sneak her
boy,
in.
making you have or so that you have to try again. Then you get the girl and then within a month, boom, you're pregnant again. It's like, what the heck? That wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
She wants you to know that she's so happy um, to be a part of your life. And she's so relieved to let you know that she's seeing everything as well, that she can communicate with you as well. Not just that, but she needs you to know that you are a bit psychic and you are hearing her voice in your mind. That's why you knew it was her. She sounds like a thought that interrupts the rest of your thoughts. And the
Yeah.
thing is, because when they give us our word here in the physical world and they say, we're going to watch over this baby as if that they're mine, that's, I'm your godmother. I am your godmother until you get up here. That does not change throughout the rest of your life.
Mhm.
Is she connected to mom?
To my mom?
Yes.
So it depends on like exactly which godmother we're talking about because I do have two. Um, the one that passed away a long time ago, and then the other one that was pretty recent enough. That the one that was very recent, her and my mom had a very close relationship.
So
Like my
she's stepping
yeah,
forward as well. See, what happens is that this one was getting all the credit. So now they will give you only one sign or symbol that will bring forward someone else as well. I didn't know there was 2 godmothers. Now I do. The other one
yeah,
has a connection with mom. She passed more quickly though. Like I don't know if this was heart or just sudden, unexpected or traumatic, but she said it was very quick for her.
yeah. It was very quick, very unexpected. Um, yeah.
Oh, honey. She just wrapped a blanket around you and she's like, I'm good, honey. I'm okay. There is no goodbyes. There is no goodbyes. I need you to know there is no goodbyes. I didn't want anybody to say goodbye to me because I'm not dead. I'm still here. She's wrapping the white blanket around your mom's shoulders too. She feels like a mother figure or a grandmother figure to your mom as well.
Yeah, she was very influential on a lot of us and very nurturing, and still is. But yeah,
She's showing me a bunch of writing or poetry. Did she write books or does she have poetry? What am I seeing?
she had like a lot of cookbooks, and stuff like that. Like
Somebody
she had a
published
lot of
this.
collectible stuff. That was just a bunch of stuff.
Do you know if somebody's thinking of publishing her cookbooks and stuff? Oh, you're muted, honey. You're muted. You're muted.
Yeah, I think so. It was kind of like I think a little bit talked about when she first passed.
She's honored. She's like, what do you mean when I first passed? She's like, no, 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 no. I heard that conversation. I am so honored. I can't wait for you guys to do that. She's so excited about this. Even if all you do is just self-publish it through something like KDP, it doesn't cost you a dime. I just published one. Didn't cost me a freaking dime to do it.
Mhm.
She said, even if that's all you do and every member of the family gets a copy of her cookbook, oh, she's like so honored. She's like doing this. She's very spiritual as well. Yes? Because she's showing me my sign for thank you, God. Like, very,
Yeah,
you understand
yeah,
that?
yeah, I do.
So she's like, if you guys decide that you want to revisit that idea, I'm not going to be sad about it.
Yeah, that would sound like her.
She knows that she kind of is teasing the other godmother. She's like, nah, 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 nah. She's thinking of naming this one after me. You were thinking of giving this baby, if it's a girl, the middle name or something after one of these guys. And she's like, it's funny because I saw her say that to this godmother, and this godmother goes, well, she's going to be waiting a while because this next one's going to be a boy. So unless his middle name is going to be like Rosie, she's got a very female name, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
What is her name?
Deborah.
See? It's not rosy, but you get the point. Unless you're going to make your son's name Deborah.
Yeah, no, no. That's like naming a boy Sue.
And then your grandfather steps forward and he goes, I can have them all named after me. Is this gentleman named after your grandfather as well?
So my boy, he has his middle name, his name as his middle name, and my cousin, she named her little girl with his middle name. So there's two that already have his name in them.
So he's like, they can all have my name. And his name is one that you can flip into a boy's or a girl's name either way.
It is. It's
So
very versatile.
you got a lot of funny loved ones on the other side because now he's making fun of them. Ha ha, suckers. You just give your little guy a toothbrush. I'm not sure what's up with that. He's not old enough to brush his teeth yet, is he?
We just kind of started to try and introduce it.
So he knows. This is what I call randomly specific. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hi. He's like, give me that thing back. Yeah, these are what I call randomly specific messages. It might sound random, but it's very specific to what's going on in your world right now.
Yeah.
So as they're pulling their energy back, the ladies need you to know that they're okay. And your grandfather said he's getting you that second crib. Don't worry about it. It's on the way. You're looking for a second crib right now?
My cousin, she's giving us hers. And my aunt and my uncle that live within my area are bringing it down in July.
Aw, so he's coming with them.
Oh, my aunt would love to know that.
He gave her a rose. Happy birthday. Is her birthday in July? June, July as well?
My aunt's birthday is actually this month.
Oh, okay. Because he gave her,
Yeah.
as soon as you mentioned her, he gave me the rose, which is birthday anniversary, a date that happens once a year. I thought he meant in July, but that makes sense too.
Yeah,
Aw. They're pulling their energy back, hun. Your godmother here, the one, it's funny because she's making me feel like she's the one that you meant initially, but this lady stepped forward because she's like, I've been waiting a lot longer than you, so you can frickin' wait your turn. So she's like, but I'm still here. She just gave you shoes. She's pulling her energy back and giving me shoes. Did mom keep her shoes? Who's got her shoes?
I have her cowboy boots from Nashville in my
Got
closet
ya.
right now.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
that's
So
yeah.
she knows you have them.
Oh, yeah.
Love that. Okay, I'm gonna let her pull her energy back, but I hope that was helpful.
That was, thank you.
You're very welcome. Bye, buddy.
Bye.
Oh, he's so cute. Okay, Misty, I'm coming to you. Ooh, you have a lot of souls on the other side. I'm like, oh my goodness sake, who am I going to be? I don't know who you want me to read for. I just know that there's like 5 people standing here right now. So you better give me a focus because I can't bring them all through at once. Okay, we're going to figure out how to get our mute off.
It didn't want to work today. I don't know what's happening.
There we go. And first of all, congratulations and thank you for playing my little games.
I was just happy I was working from home that day. When I'm in the office, I get no service.
See, as I'm connecting to you right now, whoever this gentleman is right now, is your dad on the other side, hun?
No. But my 2 grandfathers are my spirit guides.
Well, yeah, okay. They're making me really hot. So we haven't even connected yet. And the gentleman is stepping forward. I feel a father figure that's stepping forward around you. And see, it's important that I explain, let me say this better. I can tell a little bit about their message to you based on the way that we connect. And you connected today for this group a little bit differently than everybody else did because Spirit, you won a contest, so Spirit lined you up right here, right now. But the message they want you to know about that is that you are in the exact right place at the exact right moment at the exact right time. You need to know that. And if you weren't, you wouldn't have won that contest because somebody came right after you within 2 minutes with the correct answer as well. So if you were off even just a little bit in your timing, you would not have lined up. Now, the big important message around that is that it feels like there's still a bit of a challenging situation going on in your world. And so it's like, what do you mean I'm where I'm supposed to be? This sucks. This is hard. It's like, yeah, it does feel hard, but you're still supposed to be there and you're supposed to work your way through this. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So the way we line this up is for you to remember that I know it feels a little bit rough right now, but it is exactly where you are supposed to be. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. I know I got the grandfathers here, but is that who you want to talk to, or is there somebody else you want to talk to?
You know what? I thought the whole day I kept saying I wanted my spirit guides, and I just figure whatever you're going to tell me.
All right. Well, let's do this connection exercise because it feels really positive, and I keep seeing ladybugs all around you. Are you doing gardening?
No, but I understand the ladybugs.
How do you understand them? Before we connect, explain.
Well, I sell Scentsy, so I sell wax warmers and all this other stuff. And right now I've actually been working on a group thing, and that was actually part of one of the names that we had come up with.
Ladybug?
Ladybug was in one of the names. I'm promoting in there again.
And that goes exactly hand in hand with the message they just gave you that you are in exactly the right place at exactly the right moment at exactly the right time, even though it's challenging. You're at the beginning stages of this, but whatever you are building, whatever you are building is going to bloom. You're just not at the blooming season yet. You're in the planting season. You're in the rototilling season. You're in the watering season. You're in the blood, sweat, and tears season, but there will be a harvest season. You're just not there yet. Sometimes we get frustrated when we're in the planting and the watering season, thinking, where the heck is my harvest? I've been planting and watering for 5 freaking years now. Where's the freaking harvest? So getting the message from your guides that you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now means the harvest is still coming. You're not doing anything wrong. You just have to understand that great things take time. It takes what, 90 days or 60 days or even less than for a bunny to go from being pregnant to birth. Takes 2 years for an elephant. Depends what you are trying to birth in this world. Sometimes when you're birthing something very important, then it takes a lot longer to gestate and be ready to have the harvest. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's the big message that they wanted you to know. That's why they brought you here, I feel like. And now that you understand that, we can get to a few validations that'll prove that they're with you. How's that sound? Okay. I keep crossing and uncrossing my legs. I apologize. It's just that this little space that I have here is like, I'm not used to this yet. Okay, let's do this. Both feet flat on the ground. I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me, and give me a minute to focus. Okay. I'm going back and forth between the energies. So one definitely feels like he's been there some time longer than the other one. They're taking me through their passing, but very quickly. So it feels like somebody either had heart or just stopped breathing in their sleep. Or see, and then I see the light switch, which is choices or decisions. So either somebody was very sick and got medicated and then passed very easily like that, or they passed in their sleep, heart attack very quickly. How do you understand that?
Both of them.
Got ya. Thanks for clearing that up, guys. You're supposed to give me a sign that'll tell me which is which. That goes for both of you. You know, and I think that's the point here is that they're speaking in unison together because it's not about them. It feels like it's about you. It's about you knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. And it's funny when you, because the ladybug thing, as you're talking about building this, they're like, yes. And I'm hearing finally, 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 finally. It's like this is an idea you've had for a while, or you just haven't put in the work that is needed to get to the harvest before. It's like an idea that's just been sitting here. A seed is no good unless it's planted. A seed does you no good unless it's watered and cared for and weeded and whatnot. Feels like you've had that seed for a while. You just haven't done anything with it yet. Until now. Do you understand that?
Yep.
Slow that down. Contract. Now, this is a business you're building?
It is.
Because they just said there's a big contract coming your way.
Yeah, I'm actually going to Orlando for a week for my business, and I have just built. I have 5 people underneath me right now, and I have 2 more that are planning on joining me next month.
That's awesome. He knows exactly what you're doing. They know exactly what you're doing. They know the contracts that are going to be signed. It's another message of it's already done. It's already done. It's already done. You're supposed to take an extra day or so and enjoy yourself while you're there. They just said, plan the extra day, would you? It's not all work and no play makes for a dull life, and it will actually set you back. I don't know. Were you thinking about just going and then coming right back? There's something about give yourself the extra day or two. They're emphasizing you need that extra day or two.
Yeah, we're going to we booked out Universal for the whole first night, and a bunch of us are driving down together, and we were talking about not going that night and going afterward, but apparently I'm going to make sure we drive down ahead of time and hit Universal first.
That's exactly, and I'm so glad you're doing that first because what that does is you raise your vibration. When you go to Universal and you're having fun, your energy is like up here. And so now when you go to that work conference, your energy's up here. So it's got to meet you there. You're going to pull in everything that matches joy and ease and happiness and bliss. And so your work is going to feel like joy and ease and happiness and bliss. Whereas if you drive out and you don't do that trip first, and you might be feeling frustrated and tired and overwhelmed. And if you're feeling frustrated, tired, and overwhelmed, you're going to line up your business with frustrated, tired, and overwhelmed. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So taking that time the day or two beforehand is the best thing that you can do to raise your vibration so that you will be exactly where you need to be for that trip. I told you, your message is all about alignment.
Mm-hmm.
You understanding that everything that you are doing right now is about to explode over the next couple of years. So enjoy it where you are right now. Savor every step of the way without being hurrying to get there. Think about this business as a brand new restaurant that you just tried and you like the food. It's awesome. I like this food. I could go in there and eat there every day, but you don't go into that restaurant and eat every dish on the menu in one day. You have to savor each one. You take as much as you can at the time and then let it digest and then go back for more. So what this is saying is that even though you're not at harvest season yet, enjoy the entire process. Because when harvest season comes and it's coming quicker than what you think, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, wow, they're so right. The journey was just as fun as the destination. And as you are going through this journey, you are proving to everybody around you how it's done. You're leading the way for them, showing them that if you can do it, they can do it too. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
They're so proud of you. They just keep showing me the proud sign, and they're both dressed in gorilla suits, which is how they emphasize that proud sign. And it feels like, again, they show me the seed. Like you've thought about it for some time, you just didn't have the energy or the confidence, maybe, to take that leap of faith. But now that you have, you're seeing it all unravel in a good way right before your eyes, and it feels almost unbelievable. That's
It
how
does.
easy it is. It's like you may have felt a little bit blocked from communication with the spirit world, and then we have a communication once, and it's like, oh, now all the chains are off. And then once you take the chains off, it's like, look how quickly you're moving forward. Once you understand their language and you understand how to order off the menu of life, life becomes a very big and fun game. They're thanking you for allowing them to be on this journey with you. Keep telling them what you need, because I feel like you've been talking to them and telling them exactly what you need. You've been listening to the instructions they just said, and you've been telling them exactly what you need and watching it show up almost in awe of how easy it is.
Yeah, I have actually. I speak to my spirit guides every single night. I pray and then I speak to my spirit guides as well every single night. And it's funny because when I started this journey, I literally was doing it just so that I didn't have to work a part-time job. I was like, this will be my part-time fun job. And then my team has literally since the end of March has just blown up. And everybody's like, we're gonna get, just little things. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna promote this month. And then the next thing you know, I have a fundraiser for 350 kids that are 375 kids that just starts May 1st. And I'm like, there goes another promotion. I got this one. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And my team was like, oh no, you got this.
You absolutely do. And now they're playing in my head, anything you want, you got it. You know that song, Anything You Want by Roy Orbison? Your job is to remember that that no matter what challenge comes up, don't get sidetracked by the challenge. Go, okay, I see this challenge. Now I need this, and this to overcome the challenge. And then those will show up. Those tools and supplies will show up. But if that challenge comes in your world and you're like, I can't do this, then you can't. So remember to focus on where you're going. Remember to ask for what you need, and then just enjoy the ride.
Mm-hmm.
Funny, now they're playing Slow Ride in my head. They like rock. That much I know. And I normally don't even have that kind of music in my head very often, but I was just playing Guitar Hero recently, so it's stuck in my head because that's the song of Guitar Hero. Aw. One last thing that I want to say as they're pulling their energy back on is that you have a lot more than just your grandfathers on the other side. When you say spirit guides, I want you to change that to spiritual team. And I'll tell you why. Because we have a lot of souls on the other side that come in and guide us sometimes, and they're not just our spirit guides. So, for example, your grandfathers are not your designated spirit guides, but they come through and guide you from time to time because they have that absolute connection with you, and they love to do that. But what you have to understand is that you do have non-physical beings that have been with you since the moment you were born. They are your absolute spirit guides. So you also have angels on the other side. You also have souls from a previous lifetime that are watching over you in this lifetime to protect you as well. We have so many variations of soul guides and spirit guides on the other side. So this is why I want to encourage you to say spiritual team, because as your grandfather stepped forward, I'm telling you, the second I came to you, I could see all those souls. I'm like, I sure hope she doesn't want to talk to them all tonight, because man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. And the reason why they're all showing up is because they want you to know it's not just your grandparents. You have some very strong and loving soul guides that have been with you since the day you were born. And if I tried to give you their names, you wouldn't even make sense. You wouldn't know because you don't know them in the physical, but they know you.
It'd be my sisters. They've been with me since the day I was born. I'm the only person that could see them without ever seeing a picture.
They passed in utero?
Nope, my mom, they were older than me. One was 3 days, one was 5 days.
3 days and 8 days.
Oh, 3 days and 8 days, but I've seen them my entire life and they were all before I was born.
They're there too. There's also people, I'm seeing 3 specific guides that you don't know physically. They're not souls that you have any tie with in this physical reality. But it's important that you understand that they're there as well. Because I think the reason why that's important is because I keep feeling a past life tie here as well. Whatever work you are doing here, you are overcoming challenges that have you've been dealing with for a number of lifetimes. So I think what you have to understand is that as you break free from these challenges here, oh, the celebrations that are coming from the other side is huge because you're breaking free from this now and for all lifetimes that come after this. Aw. They're pulling their energy back, but your grandfather just kissed your cheek and he said, get those pictures done, sweetie. Get those pictures done. You need like a portrait or headshots or something. What is he talking about?
I keep saying I need to get my passport done.
That's why I'm seeing like here up.
Yep.
And then he played You Are So Beautiful to Me. He's like, you are beautiful and gorgeous. Just go get that done. You're going to be very happy with that passport photo. He's like, nobody likes their passport photos, but you're going to love yours. They're going to make sure that it's at exactly the right angle, at exactly the right moment. And you're going to look beautiful in that. So don't even sweat it. Go get it done.
Will do.
They're pulling their energy back. I hope that was helpful.
It was, and the funniest thing is that I'm in a building right now where there is a lot of spirits, and we do psychic fairs in here all the time, and literally I'm always with my mediums and stuff, and for every other person that you have spoke to, it has blanked out a number of times, and I've literally walked around this entire building trying to make sure it didn't for mine, and not once.
Yeah, that's how much souls you have on the other side protecting you as you go, because it's about putting you in exactly the right place at exactly the right time at exactly the right moment. That's what they want you to see. So as you go forward, just remember, I'm so protected. It's funny, they're showing me this clip from Mr. Bean. Do you know who Mr. Bean is?
Mm-hmm.
There's this clip where he walks out of his house and he just walks across. It's like a bunch of traffic and everything. There's trucks and cars and all, like he wants to go to the beach, but he walks out of his window and just keeps walking. Doesn't even look where he's going. He's walking on the roofs of all the cars and stuff. He's just headed towards the beach. And you know what? Exactly at the right moment, another car will show up before he takes his step, and then another car will show up and he takes his next step. Next thing you know, he's walking right towards the beach. He didn't look down once. They're showing me that. It's like, you don't even have to worry if, you know, where you're walking. They're paving the way as you go. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Do what Mr. Bean did. Focus on that ocean and just know that's where you're going, and the universe will provide whatever platform you need to take you there.
Perfect.
Oh, love it. Okay. Letting them pull their energy back. Have
Thank
an
you so
amazing
much.
rest of your day. You're very welcome. All right, ladies, I'm coming to you. Amy, I feel like I need to come to you first, maybe, even because you look so tired, my girl.
I don't want mine recorded.
Oh, okay. So then I'll come to you after. How's that?
Mhm.
Christina's like, I don't want mine recorded, man. Okay. Well, I guess this is where we go. Messages from Spirit on Zoom after dark. So thank you to everybody who's watching this at home right now. Come back and see me for my lives. Can I try to have my own brain for a second here? Come back and see me on my lives, or go get a ticket for Messages from Spirit on Zoom next week on my website, thmedium.ca.